I mean, you and I both work with people with very sensitive issues, and one of the reasons I like working with you is because of the safety that I experience with you and how you allow me to be me, whatever's showing up. At the same time, one of the biggest gifts I got from Sedona was this thing you just mentioned about there is a part of me that thinks, my problem is extra special. When you think you got problems, mine is this big special problem that I need to dress up in a little, with a bow.
Right.
So, yeah, it's just a lovely realization to know, as you say, that even though our problems are, on the surface very different, that once we get a little deeper down, it seems like most of us share a lot of the same stuff.
Absolutely.
So that was, I have no idea where that question was going, but there you go.
But it's beautiful because actually it's one of, the idea of the special problem is one of the hooks that keeps us suffering. And, the mind is telling us that we're getting something. There's some payoff for holding on to this special problem. But, Sedona and EFT gives us an opportunity to really examine, to really discriminate. Is this serving me or is it really just causing me suffering? And most people are very willing, as soon as they see this, to just let go of that specialness. And as they do that, they start to enjoy freedom. And really, freedom is so much more valuable than specialness.
It's a lot more fun too. One of the quotes from Hale Dwoskin that I often use, and I love just the look I get in people's faces, when I do it, is what I heard from Hale was the mind tells us we'll get from letting go what we already have by holding on. And even just understanding that question takes a bit of what? Because, the mind tells me anyway, that I have to hold on to this problem as if it will somehow protect me or prevent this problem from happening again or keep me from future pain and disappointment. When the truth is I'm having all those things by holding on to the problem in the first place.
That's exactly it. That's a really powerful realization.
Yeah. So, we can probably talk a lot more about Sedona, but I'm wondering, I think what people listening in or watching this may be more interested in is actually getting a taste of it.
Absolutely.
So how can we set that up today?
Well, what I'm going to just go down here and grab my favourite problem again. Because I let it go.
See how easy it is to pick up your old problems?
This is exactly what we do. We let go and we think, oh my God, life can't be this easy. And then we go and recreate it. But as soon as we gain that awareness, then we can break that cycle too. It's all part of the fun. So actually, I think what would be really helpful is a very simple, directly experiential experience of this. So I'd actually, invite people listening along to actually follow along and do this. And that's the other thing about Sedona is, we've had a very nice chat and, I've basically said, the basic theory, which is, we're already peaceful, happy beings, but we've just piled on a whole load of garbage. That's the theory. And then the rest of it is all directly experiential. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to be told anything by anyone else. I want to know from my own direct experience. So that's one of the other great things about EFT and Sedona, is if you do it, then you'll get your own results. So perhaps we could do this together and encourage people to follow along.
Totally, because, I know that, especially, in the past, I'd run out and buy 5 books on Sedona and spend hours researching it and reading about it and talking about it, when in fact, exactly as you say, nobody needs to go and buy anything right now. Just get the experience of it so that you actually feel it for yourself how it works.
That's right. Well, let's do it.
Okay.
We're action people, let's do it. So if you have a pen or any small object, maybe like a pen, so simply if you, I can't figure this out. So let's say that this pen represents our favourite problem, or maybe our favourite feeling. Maybe it's something like anger or depression or shame or one of those really difficult feelings. And let's say that our hand represents our awareness. You just kind of know something's going on inside. Oh, I've got that feeling again. So our hand represents our awareness. So suddenly our difficult feeling arises in our awareness. So can you actually hold your hand out and put the pen on? There you go. So now you have this favourite problem arising in your awareness. So in this moment, is this pen attached to you?
No.
No, it's not, is it? But let's say that we decided at some point that this feeling was unacceptable in some way. We didn't like it, we judged it, we've been told that it was wrong. You know, maybe a lot of people are very uncomfortable with anger. So let's say, for example, that at a certain point in time we decided there was something wrong with it. So we developed this technique simply of gripping onto it. Gripping onto it looks and sounds like not liking it, judging it, resisting it, wanting it to be different, wanting to understand it, denying it, suppressing it. That's gripping onto it.
So like wanting to push it away.
Wanting to push it away, that's a really good one, yeah. I've got to get rid of this pen. I so want to get rid of it. And all the while I'm gripping onto it. So let's imagine now that this is my favourite difficult feeling that I'm not really allowing myself to experience fully. And I'm gripping onto it. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm gripping onto it quite hard because I really judge this as a totally unacceptable feeling. Yeah. And as I'm doing that, I'm also noticing there's a lot of stress and tension in my arm, and it's moving up into my shoulder and into my neck. So can you feel that?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
And you know, I didn't even realize it until you said it, that I was feeling the tension in my arm.
That's exactly it. And most of us have been holding on to our favourite problems for 5, 10, 20, 30 years. And the thing is, if you and I were to sit here and have a chat for a while, this level of discomfort may kind of fade into the background, and we might even describe it as normal, because we're so habituated to carrying this level of tension in our body in our desperate attempt to suppress, hold down, or push away these difficult feelings. So most of us are carrying an awful lot of tension in our bodies with the resultant health problems that tension can cause. And so now, if we were to allow ourselves simply to loosen our grip a little bit, maybe we can even move our hand around. Is this pen connected to us?
No.
But a few moments ago, as we were gripping it with all our might, did it almost feel like it was connected to you?
Yeah.
Or maybe more difficult to discriminate what is pen, what is me. So now that we're holding this pen and we've opened our hands so we can actually sort of discriminate, this is pen, this is me, what can we do with it?
Let it go.
We can just let it go. We can simply make a decision to drop it. And although this might seem like a ridiculously simple analogy, it really represents what we're doing in life. Awareness, just knowing something's going on, difficult feeling, judging it, wanting to change it, resisting it, and then really feeling like it's me. I am angry. Listen to our language and our culture. I am depressed. I am frustrated. We make it us. But as we allow ourselves to open, we can start to see a lot more clearly what is me, what is not me. And then with this level of openness, we can simply decide to let it go.
Do you know what? My mind right now tells me that just sounds too good to be true.
I know. That's what I said. Would you like to try it on something?
Sure, why not?
Great.